have you been? How was your weekend?
Good.
You have a nice week. What did you do? Did you cut your hair?
No, I don't cut my hair.
It looks beautiful. I thought it was shorter. Oh, wow. Maybe normally you have it back with your headphones. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, and Quinn Anne, what did you do this weekend?
Good. I went to school with my friends.
Oh, nice. And what did you learn about at school? Did you do any nice artwork or anything like that?
English.
Sorry, did you do art at school? Just English?
Exercise, math, and Vietnamese.
What kind of exercise? Like this kind? What were you doing? Show me, how do you do it? Very nice. This feels good. It's a nice stretch. Show me how. Oh, do you do that? Let's see. What does this do? What does this do? Good for your wrists?
Yes.
Feels nice. Okay. And what else? What else did they make you do? Oh, that feels nice. I love it. I must do that. That feels good on your neck. And what else?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's go. Very cool. I'm actually going to do that from now on. Before my classes. Very nice. Okay, let me open up my lesson over here. Let's go level 4. Unit 4. Lesson 3. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, so we started learning about relative clauses, but we ran out of time. Do you want to watch a bit of this video?
Yes.
Okay, let's watch a little bit.
Okay. What is it?
Hello and welcome to today's grammar game show. I'm your host, Will, but I'm no measure of intention. And of course, let's not forget Leslie, our all-knowing voice in the sky.
Hello, everyone.
Tonight we're going to be asking you 3 questions about
Relative clauses. That useful grammar that allows you to modify a noun.
Okay, now let's meet our contestants.
Hello, all. My name's Levington.
And contestant number 2?
Hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Kate.
Great. Nice to see you again, Levington. Let's get going. And don't forget, you can play along at home too. Our first round is a quick fire round. Look at this picture and complete the sentence with the correct relative pronoun. Here we go. This is a guy spoke to me on the bus.
Who? This is the guy who spoke to me on the bus.
Correct.
These are the trees I planted last year.
Which? These are the trees which I planted last year. Correct.
That is the lady I saw eating lunch.
Who again? That is the lady who I saw eating lunch. Correct.
Here is the building, is in the middle of town.
Which? Here is the building which is in the middle of town.
Correct.
Well done, both of you. And for a bonus point, tell me in which of these sentences can the relative pronoun who or which be replaced with that?
All of them.
Correct.
Leslie,
Good job. Defining relative clauses such as these specify which noun we are talking about. They use the relative pronouns who and which. Who is for people and which is for things. However, in this type of relative clause, both who and which can always be replaced by that. Just remember, it's a bit less formal.
Levington, 4 points for you, and Kate, it's ladies' night at my favorite club, so 8 points for you.
Why is that important?
Oh, Levington, I see chivalry truly is dead. I suppose you don't give up your seat to a lady on the bus either. Minus 2 points for you. No. Question 2. In addition to who, that, and which, the relative pronoun whose can also be used. But why is whose different to who, which, and that? Look at this sentence and tell me. I have a friend whose car is a Ferrari.
Whose is different because it describes a possession. Unlike who, which, and that, it cannot be used without being followed by a noun.
Leslie,
Right again, Levington. Whose is a determiner, like my or your. Despite being a relative pronoun, it must be followed by a noun. We cannot say, I have a friend whose is a Ferrari. It must be, whose car is a Ferrari.
well done, Levington. However, this is a negative points round. Minus 6 points to you.
Oh, I would graciously like to give my points for this round to Kate.
Oh, that's very gentlemanly of you. And because it's ladies' night, all her points are increased. So, Kate, Levington gives you 100 points. Oh. It's time for our last question.
Okay, I'm going to cut it a bit short. It is a 7-minute long clip, but that's a bit too long. So I'm sure you get the idea. So that is what relative clauses are. Words like who, which, what, that, things like that. Let me just make a note there. Who, which, what, that. Okay, so let's go take a look here. So I'm just going to explain a relative clause to you. So it says here, do you know how to define who or what you are talking about using a relative clause? So for instance, you're going to describe things. So for instance, you're going to go look at some of these examples to see how defining relative clauses are used. So I'll read them first and then I'm going to ask you to. So are you the one who sent me the email? The phone which has the most features.
Is also the most expensive.
Very good. Third one.
This is the video that I want to show you. The person they spoke to was really helpful.
Amazing. Quinnan, you are the cleverest girl. Excellent. So we've got there. Let me go here. Hold on. Let's underline the relative clauses here. Are you the one who? Wait, let me make a different color and a bit thicker. Let's go pink. Are you the one who sent me the email? The phone which has the most which? The phone which has the most features is also the most expensive. This is the video that, yes, okay, you got it. Last one. Person they spoke to. So I think they would say the person Was. All right, very good. Nice one, Quinnan. Okay, now let's describe them. So I'll read the definitions. You read for me the examples. Let me just make a note what we're doing quickly. Hold on. So we've got here, relative clauses give us information about the person or the thing that's being mentioned. So defining relative clauses gives us essential information, like essential, very important information that tells us who or what we are talking about. So can you tell me, what are those two examples listed there?
The woman who lives next door works in a bank.
Very good. Next
These
one.
are the flights that have been cancelled.
Cancelled. Very good.
Cancelled.
Very good. These are the flights that have been cancelled. Good job. Okay, so the woman who lives next door, there's the information. Now we have a bit more information about this woman. It's the one who lives next door. These are the flights that have been cancelled, not the ones that weren't cancelled. These are the flights that have been cancelled. Okay, so we usually use a relative pronoun. Let me make a note there, just hold on.
Who, which, that, when, where, or who.
Yes, good. So we can use who or that to talk about people. That is more common and a bit more informal. So we say that to be a little bit more relaxed. We can use which or that as well. So that can be used quite a lot to talk about things. So that is also, again, a little bit more common and a little bit more informal. Informal means more relaxed. So what are the two examples there?
She's the woman who cut my hair.
Very good. The other one?
The laptop that I bought last week has started making a strange noise.
Very good. Okay, so in this example, we've got a person. So we know it's a person because it says she. If it's a person, we either use words who or that. So you could say, she's the woman that cuts my hair, or you can say, she's the woman who cuts my hair. If you want to say that, it's a little bit more, how do I explain? It's a more relaxed way of speaking. Often English speakers do speak like that. She's the one that cuts my hair. Who is a little bit fancier. And then if it's a thing like a laptop, it's non-human, we either say which is a bit more fancier, or we say that, which is a bit more relaxed. So you can either say oh, my phone's ringing, just hold it. Oh, just an alarm. Okay, so if you want to say the laptop that I bought last week, or if you want to sound a little bit more fancy, you would say the laptop which I bought last week, which is a little bit more of a, more of a fancier way of speaking. All right, I normally say that because I'm so informal, my personality. All right, but they both are correct. Okay, now let's take a look at, let me just make a note, non-defining clauses. Okay, so do you know how to give extra information about someone or something using relative clauses? Let's look at these examples to see how non-defining relative clauses are used. What are those examples? Can you read them for me?
Yeah. Who takes now spends a lot of time with his grandchildren. We want to see the new Tom Carter film, which has releases on Friday. My sister, whose dog I'm looking after, is visiting a friend in Australia.
Very good, amazing. Okay, good job. Okay, so sorry about that. So we've got the Jack, who's retired now. There's the little bit of information about him. Spends a lot of time with his grandchildren. We want to see the new Tom Carter film, which was released on Friday. My sister, whose dog I'm looking after, is visiting a friend in Australia. Okay, so I think this is the last page of definitions, and then we start to put them into sentence, more practical thing. Okay, so I'm just going to describe a non-defining relative clause. Gives us extra information about someone or something. It isn't always essential, so it isn't always like necessary or important for understanding who or what we're talking about. It's just a little bit more information. We always use a relative pronoun, for instance, who, which, whose, when, or where, but not that. We don't use that in this scenario. We always use commas to separate the clause from the rest of the sentence. And we can use who to talk about people, which to talk about things, and whose to refer to the person or thing that something belongs to. So can you read for me? What are the examples there?
Yesterday, I met my new boss, who was very nice. The house is very big. It's also very cold. My next door neighbor, whose children go to school with ours, has just bought a new car. City Park, where we used to go, has been closed down.
Well done, amazing, very good. So this is kind of like not really that important information, but it just gives us a little bit more insight. So yesterday I met my new boss. By the way, he was also very nice. The house, which is very big, is also very cold. My next door neighbor, whose children go to school with ours, has just bought a new car. And lastly, City Park, where we used to go, has been closed down. Okay, now I want you to practice some of these sentences. Make one sentence from two using the words who, which, and that. Okay, so I'm just going to write this down quickly. Just hold on. Okay, so the first one is just an example. A girl was injured in the accident. She is now in hospital. So you're going to say the girl who was injured in the accident is, it should say now, is now in hospital. What about number two? The waitress served us. She was impolite and impatient. What would you say there?
A waiter who served us.
Very good. Let me just write that. The waitress who served us. Oh. What about her?
The building.
Sorry, I'm just moving a little bit. The waitress who served us. What about her?
Us.
Tell me. Was? Impolite. And what
Impolite
else?
and impatient.
Very good. That's it. So you're going to say the waitress who served us was impolite and impatient. Nice work. Well done, Quinan. You did incredibly. Okay, number 3. A building was destroyed in the fire. It has now been rebuilt. What would you say then? So remember, building isn't a person, so we don't say who. Remember, who's only for people. For a thing, yes, good. A thing is that and
That was.
the building that was. So you can either say that or which, just a reminder. So you could say the building which was or the building that was. Very good. The building that was
Destroyed in the fire has now been rebuilt.
the fire. Let me just move it over there. Very good. Amazing. You got it. Kunan, you are an absolute genius. Okay, number 4.
Some people who were arrested
So the people who
who
were
arrested, they have now been released.
so we don't even have to say they. We just say the people who were arrested have been released. Oopsie. Oopsie. All right, now number 5.
Bus goes which to the airport. It runs very hard out.
All right, so yes, almost. Yes, which. So, oh, why is it? It's not letting me type. Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on, Fanan. My PC's going crazy here. Hold on. There we go. Finally. So the bus which goes to the airport runs every half
Oh,
hour.
out.
Very good. Amazing. You are so smart. Brilliant work. Well done. And let's clear that off there. We're going to go to the next page. Okay, so now now we're going to do non-defining clauses. Remember, non-defining clauses aren't as important information as what do we say? Relative clauses. But in a non-defining clause, we use who, which, whose, where. We don't use the words that. We never use the words that. Just who, which, whose, where, when, or where. And we also use commas. So the first example, let me just make a note, hold on a second. Page 10. So the first example is Catherine is very friendly. In brackets, she lives next door. So here is the example. Catherine, who lives next door, is very friendly. Next one, we stayed at the Park Hotel. A friend of ours recommended it. How would you word that one?
A friend of our recommended. Oh, who
So you
stayed
could say
at the Park Hotel?
Yes, we stayed at that stays the same at the Park. Hold on. Hotel, yeah. Comma.
We who often go to visit our friends in this town.
Not quite. So we stayed at the Park Hotel, which a friend, hold on. Which a friend of ours recommended. There we go. Does that make sense? Number 3. We often go to visit our friends in Bristol. It is not very far away.
Often go to visit our friends in the store.
Comma. Which
Which is not very far away.
is
Not very far away.
very good, which is not very far away. Well done, amazing. Quinnan, you are an absolute genius. Okay, number 4.
I went to see the doctor, which he told me to rest for a few days.
Okay, so remember, a person isn't a witch. Okay, let's start it off. I went to see the doctor.
Which
Then
he
we're gonna make
told me to rest for a few days.
So a person isn't witch. We don't say witch for a person. What do we say for a human?
That.
No, not in this case. Not in this case. Who? And you won't say he. You just say who told. You scratch out he and you say who told me to. Let me just pull this across. Who told me to rest for a few days. There we go.
Few days.
Nice work. Number 5. Tell me a little bit about number 5.
John is one of my close friends who have known him for a very long time.
Okay, so number 5 is very similar to number 1 over here. Number 5 is similar to number 1, so it's a little bit different. You're going to start off with John, comma, who I have
known him for a very long time.
Comma. So John, who I have known for a very long time.
Know him for a very long time.
Is
very
is one of my closest friends. All right, Quinnan, we're gonna have to end off there. I didn't realize how late it got. You did amazing. I'm so proud of you, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Quinnan.